Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today the recommendations that I have for you are for alpha mellows. These are guys that are extremely alpha, but they are just gone for their heroines. They are very sweet, they are very open, and will give them whatever they want. So the first recommendation that I have for you is Make It Sweet. This was a recent read at the end of 2021 for me, and the hero is a baker. This is about the heroine, who is an actress, and she, I believe, gets killed off from her show. So she goes to this inn where the hero is working, that his aunt owns, and he is like the chef there. And so she goes and stays there as kind of like a retreat, and he is quickly in love with her. He's a big grump. He doesn't really want to interact with people, but he feels drawn to her. And so he makes her like these little sweets, and he makes her favorite food, and he memorizes what she does and doesn't like and leaves them for her, but she doesn't know. And they just have this like very sweet friendship that evolves into a relationship. Very cute, and the hero definitely has like those alpha vibes, but he just is enamored with the heroine. So then we have Marrying Winterbourne. This is the second book in the Ravenel series, and this is about Winterbourne and Helen. And Helen is a very meek and mild heroine, and Winterbourne is this tycoon. He was born poor, but he has always aspired to be in the ton, and he thinks that marrying a woman of noble status will help him. And so in the middle of the first book in the Ravenel series, we have a caretaking scene after an accident that injures Winterbourne, and they strike up a engagement. And then in the end of the first one, the engagement gets called off, and in the second one, we are seeing Helen trying to get Winterbourne to agree to be her fiance again. And yeah, Winterbourne is the definition of an alpha mellow. He is very domineering, he is very alpha, very controlling, and cold and calculating, but when it comes to Helen, he is so doting and he is so sweet, and he will just do any and everything for her. And he might do it in a gruff way, he might complain about it, but he absolutely wants to spoil and spend all of his time with her, and he's just incredibly soft for her. Then have Neon Gods. This is a Hades and Persephone retelling, and this is about the heroine Persephone, who is set to marry Zeus, who is like this disgusting man who is notorious for killing off his wives. And so she escapes Olympus and goes to the underworld, where she asks Hades to protect her, and Hades wants to get back at Zeus, so they enter into a relationship of convenience. They decide to play out some sexual scenes and stuff like that to spoil Persephone for Hades, and they enter into a dom-sub relationship, and Hades is so soft and sweet, and he's just so caring, and he definitely has kind of like that alpha E personality to everybody else, but to the heroine, he is just like this little misunderstood being who is so soft and sweet and caring. Like, he's just so cute. So then we have Twisted Games. I was not a huge fan of these two books plot-wise, but the relationships in them both, the first and the second one in this Twisted series, are great. This is the second one, and this is about Bridget, who is the princess of Andorra, and her bodyguard Reese. And throughout the book, she has to become the queen of Andorra, and Reese is just like her bodyguard along for the ride. And in the beginning, he is very, very strict about her safety, and he's a little bit unrelenting. He doesn't allow her to go places that he thinks will be dangerous, but he is obsessed with her. He's in love with her, and he will do anything to protect her. And he's definitely very soft. We see a scene early on in the book where he won't allow her to go to this music festival because he thinks it'll be unsafe for her. So he makes a little fort in her living room with fairy lights and a bunch of food, and has the festival playing live on a projection screen, but he doesn't want to tell her, so he tells her that it was all of her friends' idea. So he just does little things like that to be very protective and very just like soft with her. And then the last recommendation that I have for for you is It Happened One Summer. This was actually my first finish of 2022, and I really enjoyed the relationship. This is about Piper, who is a Instagram like LA socialite, and after an incident that lands her in jail, her dad sends her to Westport, which is this small fishing town, and that is where she meets Brendan, who is this surly fisherman who lost his wife about 7 years ago, and he is very stuck in the routine of his days. She comes in and kind of breaks all of that up, and at first they don't leave on the right foot. Brendan thinks like she's this spoiled woman that comes in and kind of shits on their town, but the relationship quickly evolves, and Brendan's sole purpose in life is to spoil the heroine, to do whatever she wants, take her to expensive dinners, buy her clothes, stick her in a hotel room that's super fancy. Like, he just wants to spoil her so bad. That is all that he wants. He wants to make her happy, he wants to make her smile. He is just like gone. He just wants her to be happy, and that's all he cares about. He loves to spoil her, and he is like super, super soft, like a marshmallow for her. So those are all of the recommendations that I have for you. Make sure you comment your favorite alpha mellows down below. I would love to add more to this list. Other than that, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next one.
Sitting in silence, we still feel the vibe, and you could not say a word, and I know what you just decided. We'd be right in the same wave. Oh, the water's perfect, babe.